Subscriber alert, subscriber alert! Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated A for awesome. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and you're welcome. Enjoy! Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, guys. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a top 5 countdown of my favorite DC figures of 2022. Now, these figures are going to include Build-A-Figures, well, a Build-A-Figure, one Build-A-Figure because it's a DC figure, why not? I'll include it in this countdown. I usually do like top 20 countdowns of, of the year, but I figure I would keep it simple this year and just do 5 favorite DC figures that are a must if you are a collector. But then again, if you are a DC collector, then you probably already have these figures. But if you don't, I highly recommend them. So let's go ahead and start the countdown at number 5. Okay, but before we start the countdown, let's do some honorable mentions, guys. So, if you watched my previous countdown last year, you guys know that the Swamp Thing didn't fall into my top figures of 2021, simply because I got him right after New Year's of 2022. So, technically, he's not going to really be in this countdown of 2022 because he did come out in 2021, and a lot of people had him on his list, on their list of the top, figures of 2021. A lot of people had him at number 1. If I were to put him at the list, he'd be on the list. As far as the top figures of 2021, yeah, he would be either 1 or 2 of last year. But being that I got him this year, at the beginning of this year, we're not going to really include him on the countdown. But overall, he's a great figure. One of the best DC figures, one of the best DC mega figures ever released. Of course, I got him in 2022, and he was scheduled to be released in 2022, so he is a figure of 2022, even though people got him in 2021. But if I were to put him in this countdown, he would definitely be around number 1 or number 2, either 2021 or 2022. This is an overall great figure, but I figure I would shine some light on this Swamp Thing because he's an awesome figure. And we'll do another honorable mention, guys. Another figure that I really like that didn't make the countdown is the Arkham Killer Croc. One of the main reasons why this guy didn't make the countdown is, well, I applied some paint apps to him, and I can't really cheat because, when you apply some paint apps to this Killer Croc, he looks amazing because the sculpt is amazing. So that's why he didn't break into this countdown or into the top 5. If he was painted a little bit better with better paint apps, yeah, I can definitely see him coming in, breaking into the top 5. But this is a custom figure, so I'm not going to include him in this countdown. But yeah, if he had better paint apps, he would definitely be in this countdown. But there is Arkham Killer Croc, honorable mention. Alright, let's get this countdown started at number 5. Ghostmaker. Awesome freaking figure, bro. Definitely a huge surprise. I love this figure because it's unique. Doesn't really look like a DC figure. You can kind of put him into any of your, toy, collection schemes. He doesn't really fall into a category. Really love this Ghostmaker. I mean, there's just something about him that I just really love. I said the same thing about another figure too, where I think it was Spawn Soul Crusher, where he doesn't look like a Spawn figure. He can fit into like any toy format, whether it be, some of your Marvel figs or G.I. Joe figs. Yeah, they stand at the 7-inch mark, so they're going to be a little bit bigger, but When I first took this guy out the package, reviewed him, I did not like his pants, but they have grown on me. The sculpt has grown on me. It's a definitely awesome, great figure, and one of the main reasons why is all the paint apps are great. They're very clean. Articulation is really good on this figure. Even I don't mind the plastic rubber cape that Mcfarlane gave us. The swords, the overall detail, aesthetically looking, he just looks amazing, bro. I don't think Mcfarlane could have done anything else to this figure to make him look as awesome as he looks, and that's why Ghostmaker stands at number 5. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Rock, Black Adam action figure, really dope. This was probably one of the most highly anticipated figures of 2022. And I have to say, Mcfarlane did not disappoint. He did a really good figure. The head sculpt for The Rock looks exactly like the Rock. Of course, there's other versions of him on the throne and then him with the cape. Here you have him just as is. He just brought himself to the party. And I really love this figure. It's a really nicely done Black Adam figure. Of course, I do like the comic book version a little bit better, but I have to give it up to Mcfarlane with this one. He did an amazing job. I don't really have any complaints about this figure. Mcfarlane did a great job, and I have to give it up to him. Great figure. Definitely recommend it. Pick it up. And number 3 on the countdown is the armored Nightfall Azrael Batman Dark Knight action figure. The reason why he's standing at number 3 is, and not higher, is, well, he's a great looking figure. He's not accurate at all, but he is one of a kind. He's unique. He stands out. He was a Walmart exclusive, and I do like the overall paint schemes because he's completely different from, you know, the Batman, Azrael Batman, which I customize, which we'll take a look at in a moment. But overall, I think he's a really unique Batman, and I think he's good enough to be on the countdown. That's why he's at number 3. Let's do a side-by-side comparison with my custom. So here is my custom Azrael side-to-side, or back-to-back, should I say. This is the Azrael that we kind of all wanted. I think if Mcfarlane gave us that Azrael, I do think he'd probably be at the number 1 spot, or at least fighting for the number 1 spot, in my opinion. But because Mcfarlane didn't give us that figure, the dark blue, my custom one, then that's one of the main reasons why this Azrael Nightfall Batman stands at number 3. Number 2, Starro. Love this figure, bro. A lot of people want to say, oh, it's just a freaking starfish. It's not really an action figure. But he is. He's an action figure, man. I love this little guy. I love the detail. Is amazing. It's amazing. The 3 eyes, and then you turn around, and then the back, and you see all those suction cups right there, and then you see that mouth right there. Overall, it's an amazing build-a-figure. It's definitely unique, one of a kind. It's definitely going to stand out in your toy collection. For those who don't even collect toys, I'm sure, you know, if you invite somebody over, I'm pretty sure this is the one thing that they're going to be drawn to, is like, what the hell is this? And also, he did come with his little minions right here, his little Starros right here, which are just as cool, and you can put them on to his little, I don't know what you would call it, his little starfish arms. Overall, I think it's one of the best Build-A-Figures ever. That includes DC and Marvel. I just love this guy. I highly recommend it. It's something that you have to get in your hand to appreciate it. And you have to see it in person to appreciate it. It's definitely worth the build. Build this guy, you won't be disappointed. Great figure. And one thing that's great about this figure as well, it was a part of the Target exclusive, you know, Build-A-Figure wave. The wave itself was not that great, but it was the Starro was definitely worth the build. So that's why Starro is at number 2. Number 1. I think you guys all knew this was going to be number one, man. Bane. This is an awesome figure, bro. This is the probably the best Bane figure ever done. This is one of McFarlane's best releases. I can't think of anything better this year with all the big mega figs that came out, you know, from Man-Bat, which I didn't really care too much for. The wings were horrible on that figure. The sculpt was nice, but the way he was designed, I didn't like it. Same thing with the Titan Joker. Clayface was kind of a lump of crap. Even though I do like him, he's a really good Clayface, but I think out of all the mega figs, I think Bane is the best. The sculpt, the detail, articulation, the design of him. A lot of people say, hey, it could have been better. He could have, you know, McFarlane could have did this, could have done that. But I actually like the design. I think he's very unique. He's, you know, you could say comic book accurate, a little bit of comic book, a little bit of video game, you know, a little bit of movie, maybe. But overall, I really like him, and I definitely do think he's number one as far as DC is concerned. I don't know who the hell would not put Bane at number one for the top figure of 2022. So, in my countdown, he's number one. There's just nobody else better than this Bane. Bane is at number one. There you guys have it. If you guys tuned in for this little review, or review countdown, I just want to say thank you. What is your number one DC figure? DC figure. And let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next year. Peace out.